You're too scared. You are too scared of what other people may think. You are too scared of failing. You're too scared of starting. You're just too scared. There are so many things that you could accomplish in this life. You were put on this earth to create. You weren't put on this earth to do nothing. Half of the things that you want to do that would make you successful, you're not doing them only because you're too scared. You might have excuses like, oh, my mother, my father wouldn't approve. My friends wouldn't approve. But it's like, they're not stopping you from doing what you need to do. They're not stopping you. It's you. It's you. You're the problem. You need to stop being scared. Just do it. You just gotta do it. You really just gotta do it. At the end of this life, what do you think happens to us? We die. We die at the end of this life. And when you're laying on your deathbed, what will you say to yourself then? I wish this, I wish that, I wish yada, 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 yada. But I bet the main thing you're gonna wish in your deathbed is that you weren't scared. Is that you didn't worry about the opinions of others, the opinion of your family, to start whatever you wanted to start it, to create the dream that you wanted in your life. You think celebrities, you think millionaires, you think actresses, you think athletes got where they were because they let fear stop them? Every person you know that is successful in this life had to do something they're scared of. And if you're too scared of doing things, then you're not getting anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you're not going anywhere. The fear of failure, the fear of starting, the fear of discipline, the fear of rejection, all that is stopping you. But you would rather blame somebody else. Blame, oh, my parents wouldn't like that. Oh, my friends wouldn't like that. They're not stopping you. Yes, they may have judgmental things. They may have negative annotations to say to you, but they're not stopping you. Who says that their approval matters? It doesn't matter. The only person's opinions that matters is yourselves and God's opinion. I want you to sit in a quiet room, no distractions, phone away, and just imagine, what would you be doing right now in this moment? What dream, what goal would you try to go after in this moment if you had no fear at all? Like if you weren't afraid of somebody's approval or rejection or any type of fear, what would you be doing at this moment? What dream would you want to chase at this moment if you had no fear? Whatever that thing is, whatever that fear is, get rid of it. Get rid of it. We don't have 2 lives. We don't have 3 lives. We have 1 life. A very, very short life. You don't even know how long you're going to live for. But you want to be scared. Like you have all day. Like you have this whole life to live. You don't. You don't know when you're going to die. You could die young. You could die old. You could die in your mid-20s, mid-30s. You can't live regretting that you didn't start something. It's better if you fail at a dream or a goal that you dreamed of than just not start at all. Because there's always a chance in failure. There's always a chance in failure. You only fail when you don't try. When you don't try is the second you fail. You think millionaires, successful people, they haven't failed? They failed a million times. And I'm telling you, the richest person out there failed more times than you can think. But they just kept going, kept going. They didn't let the fear of them failing stop them. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving. You gotta get rid of any fear that was taught to you when you were younger, any fear that you hold in your heart. You gotta let go of it and just trust that you have a purpose in this life and trust that God has a plan for you. You need to stop worrying. You need to unlearn any fear that was taught to you. It's a thing that's taught. Every fear, every worry, it's something that was taught to us. Fear is contagious. Worry is contagious. All that stuff was taught to us. Sit down and just think, where do I get this fear from? Why do I fear abandonment? Did my mother left me? Did my father leave me? Why do I fear rejection? Was I rejected by someone before? Why do I fear failure? Did I see someone in my life fail and now I'm afraid of failing? You gotta know what you fear and work on that. Work on that. And then when you keep working on that, you'll just start to fear less and less. It was taught to us, but it's not that it can't be unlearned. You can unlearn fear. You can unlearn worry. And better yet, if you believe that there's a God, I believe there's a God, but if you believe there's a God, then I advise that like you just give him all your fears, you give him all your worries, because when you just give all that fear and worry to him, then you could just live a lifestyle, just productive lifestyle, chasing after what you want in this life. And he's dealing with all the fear and worries and all the dilemmas and revenge you want in the background. If you don't believe in God, then just believe that you have a purpose in this life. Believe that you were destined for more things. Because why would you be put on this earth just to live, die, fear, worry? You think that was what we were put on here for? We weren't put on here to fear and worry. We weren't put on here to just suffer. Why would we just get put on this earth to suffer? Why would that be the case? We were put on this earth to create, to love, spread positivity, to spread any type of knowledge or intellect that we obtain. That's what we were put on this earth for. We weren't put on this earth to suffer. Any suffering that you have at this moment is a lesson. Suffering is not meant for you to just be hurt. Every time you suffer, every time you mess up, learn from it. Guess what, baby? You're going to get better and better and better and better and better. You got to trust. Whatever you're afraid of that has to do with your success and your goals, it's not a quick process. It's not a quick process. You got to learn to love the process. You got to learn to love every day of working hard, every day of becoming 1% better, because if you don't love the process, then the end results is not going to be as good as you want them to be. Everything takes time. Even trying to unlearn your fear, unlearning your worries, that's going to take time. It's not something that's going to happen. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be middle grounds. It's not something that's linear. It's not linear. You got to understand that it takes time. And even if you're down here, you're still growing. You're up here, you're still growing. As long as you're trying, you're still growing. The second you stop, the absolute second that you just say in your mind, okay, I'm done, it's the second you fail. Because you could fail yesterday, but today you decide, okay, I'm going to pick up the pace. I messed up yesterday, but today I'm going to be better. Or you could fail yesterday and decide, okay, I failed yesterday, so let me do this a week later. Let me do this after this time, after Christmas, after New Year's. Why? When you could have just picked up the pace the day after. You know what determines how strong you are? How quick you get back up from failure. How quickly you get back up from failure is what determines how strong you are. How much discipline you have in you. Yourself, don't criticize yourself just because you did less than the other day. Just focus on what you can do tomorrow. Because the sun will come out tomorrow. All right, my fault. Because there's always going to be a tomorrow. That was cringy. There's always going to be a tomorrow, guys. I mean, unless you don't wake up, but like, motivation. Just believe that there will always be a tomorrow, and if you do have a tomorrow, see that tomorrow as a blessing. The second you wake up that next day, believe it to be a blessing, because not everybody wakes up from their sleep. Some people, they get shot in their sleep. Some people die in their sleep. Some people get a heart attack in their sleep. So like, believe that you woke up for a reason. Not a lot of people wake up, and you gotta like remember that people actually die in this lifetime. So like, you fearing the simplest things is not going to get you anywhere. Just envision your life. Envision how your life would be if you had no fear. Act like the person that has no fear. Once you start acting like you have no fear, then it's just going to slowly just be a part of your personality. You're slowly going to become an unafraid person, and you'll slowly start to do the goals and accomplish the dreams you want to accomplish. But fearing things is not the way to go. Your whole life fearing things, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna worry. All that time you could have spent invested in that dream or goal is the time you spent worrying, when you could really just start. Like, everybody has a purpose. When you're a kid, just imagine when you're a kid. What is that? Even if it's the dumbest thing ever, like something that is so unrealistic that you think it's so unrealistic in your lifetime. Just think, because when you're a kid, you think of being of many things, many things. But like when you get older, you're like, okay, that's not realistic, so I'll just go to this basic job, this basic job. Think of what you wanted to be when you were younger, or like something, a deep desire in your heart. Because whatever that deep desire is, don't push it away. You might push it away because of society's standards of like what people think you should be or what people think you should do. But deep down inside, you know what you want to do. You know what dream you want to accomplish. Everybody knows what they have to do. They just don't take the time to sit and really like focus in that. They just push it away. But everybody, I believe that everybody knows what they have to do. And everybody can find out their purpose if they actually sit with themselves and just think, what is it that I want to do in this lifetime? What is something that I want to do that I would enjoy for the rest of my life? And don't think whatever you dream, whatever you think of in your head is something stupid. It's not something stupid. It may be unique, it might be different, but it's not something stupid. If it came from you, then it's unique to this earth. You're bringing something new to the earth that other people can contribute from. Just because you're the first to start something, that doesn't make it different or weird or unique. You're just the first. And you being the first can inspire other people to do other things, inspire other people to follow the footsteps of what you're starting. So see you being the first of doing something as a blessing, because you're starting something that other people can continue and contribute into and bring their own ideas and their own everything into it. Just imagine how many things you can accomplish if you just weren't afraid in this life. You can, y'all can accomplish so much. Like, stop being a bitch. My fault. At this moment, I'm giving you guys homework. I'm your teacher. I am your teacher right now, and I'm giving you guys homework. And if you don't do the homework, if you do not do the homework, you're getting a big slap. Yeah, through the screen, like this, like this. Y'all got homework to do. Y'all better listen closely, because find out what you're afraid of. It could be the dumbest thing ever. Like, you're afraid of clowns, you're afraid of heights, you're afraid. Like, just start off with a tiny fear you have, like a fraction of a fear you have. Start off with that. And I want you to go and just do it. Like, literally, just like do something that you're afraid of. Start small. And then once you start small, go to more things you're scared of, more deeper, personal things that you're scared of. And work on those as well. But just do something you're scared of this week or the week after. But whenever you guys have time, just do something you're afraid of, even if it's something as small as like clowns and heights and etc. I used to be afraid of so many things. Talking to people, talking in public, just anything, like any little thing. I used to be afraid of so many things. Like, just starting YouTube, just talking to you guys, I was afraid of doing. Talking to anybody in my class when I was younger, I was afraid of doing that as well. I had social anxiety. But now I could confidently talk to anybody because I decided to work on that. And just imagine where you'd be if you just worked on it. Like, I was also afraid of like doing a big chop, but I did it anyway because it's like, it's gonna grow back. There's not gonna be a negative outcome of it. You just gotta work on it, guys. You just gotta work on your fears. Like, I don't even know what other thing to say. It's pretty simple, actually. Just work on your fears. Stop being afraid. Literally, stop being afraid. Envision yourself as this person that's not afraid. I said this 1,000 times, but you just gotta like, at this point, I just feel like I'm repeating myself because it's pretty simple, actually. But I know a lot of people struggle with it. I struggle with it. So I'm not giving you this advice because I'm perfect. I'm giving you this advice because I believe for myself that it's helpful. It's stuff that I apply to my own life. So I'm not saying this that because, I'm this perfect, healed person that knows everything. No. I'm giving it because I think that it would be helpful for my audience, for anyone that feels afraid to start something. And I believe that this would be helpful information for you guys. If you think that you have it bad and like your environment was stopping you from doing certain things or this and that, trust me, you got the resources. It may not be expensive or rich, or like right now I'm filming this video on my iPhone. I don't have a fancy camera to start YouTube with. You have the resources. You just got to think of how to use them. Don't think just because something's not expensive or whatever that you don't have resources to start the thing that you want to start. You have the resources. Even if it's dumb, it could be the dumbest thing ever. Do it. Do it. Literally do it. Use the dumb resources or whatever and just like do it. Like if you don't got like a stand to like film yourself on, literally stack books. Stack books. Stack clothes, bro. Stack the most randomest things so you can get that good view. Like literally, bro, you guys have resources. Don't act like you need this expensive Apple shit to start something. Like literally you have stuff to use, bro. You have resources. So you were telling me you can't think of anything you could use or any like thing you could do to start. Or maybe you're just too afraid. Yeah, I think that's the case. Maybe you're just too afraid. That concludes the video, guys. I really hope that I helped you learn more about stop being afraid about things and to just do the things that you're scared of so you can accomplish what you want in this life. And I really hope that you guys apply this to your own life. I hope that you guys follow through with the homework that I gave you, and I hope that you watch the next video. Bye. Bye, guys.